All right, I'm going to address a very hot topic, especially right now during the holiday seasons. Should we, as Christians, should we banish Christmas? Should we celebrate Christmas? Well, let me go ahead and tell you a little story. About 600 years before Jesus ever came on the scene, in Athens, there was a plague, a very, very deadly plague. Nothing like the plague of the COVID-19 that we're dealing with right now. This was an actual real-life plague. People were dropping like flies in the streets. And there was a seer or a prophet came down out of the mountains, and he told the people of Athens, he says, the reason that this plague is going on, the reason so many people are dying is because you offended a God that you don't know. You offended a God that you don't even know. So he sent this plague to this place. So he said the only way to atone for the offense that you've caused, this great God that you don't even know, is to make a sacrifice. So all the city folk, they got together about 100 sheep, and they just let the sheep go in their town. They just let them go wild. And wherever the sheep would rest, they would be slaughtered. And right after they slaughtered the sheep, they built an altar. So out of all these hundreds of sheep all over the town, wherever they rested, they were slaughtered, killed, their blood was shed, and then they built an altar in their place. No matter if it was in the middle of the street, if it was in the middle of the town, no matter where it was, they built this altar. And those altars remained there, because after they did this, the plague went away. Now 600 years later, Paul is walking through the city of Athens, and he's noticing all the altars. And he's with the people of Athens, and he asks them, he says, do you want me to tell you about this God that you never knew? Do you want me to tell you who the God is that you made these sacrifices for? So what did he do? In a pagan place, with pagan people and pagan practices, he used what they did 600 years earlier to share the gospel. Acts is clear. The book of Acts tells us, we do not judge anybody on what festivals or new moons or holidays or Sabbath days. We don't judge anybody for that. So if it's right in your conscience, you can celebrate those holidays. Use it to share the gospel like Paul did, though. God bless.